Oh, no, she's on hand.
Fine.
Yes, everybody in the audience has dogs. Chelsea, where's your dog?
Hello everyone, thank you for coming today. So for the past couple years I've been celebrating my own little personal holiday that I like to call Chicken Day. And that is the day that I go to the feed store and bring home baby chickens. Raising chickens is very simple with the right knowledge, housing, feed, and time. I have been a small-scale chicken farmer for about the past year, and so today I'm going to be teaching you from my knowledge, experience, and a little research, everything you need to know about bringing chicks home from the store and raising them from the time, basically, that they're born until they go outside. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about is chick options, where you can get them from, and some of the options available. Now, most feed stores have chicks, and you can also order them online. You can order just about any type of chicken online. And then at the feed store, they have straight runs, which are boy and girl chicks mixed together, pullets, which is a fancy way to say female chicks, and a lot of the times they'll have a type of specialty chicken, you know, something that has really pretty feathers, or phantoms, which is what I have a lot of, are miniature chickens. They're about half the size of a standard chicken. So be careful if you're going to the store and you expect all female chickens, try to get some pullets. And then the online chickens, my only qualm with ordering chicks online is they have to survive shipping. So order a few extras and don't open the box around your children if you have children when you first get them in the mail. Now, what do you do with the chicks when you get home? You have to have a brooder. There are store-bought and homemade options for brooders. What you need in a brooder is a heat lamp to keep the chicks warm. Just like a human infant, they cannot regulate their temperature. So you'll need that, water. You have to be careful with the water. I always place some rocks in the bottom of the watering pan so that they can't put anything deeper than their beak in, because they will drown in the water pans. And a feed option. Bedding, I like to use wood chips. A lot of people will just do like mesh on the bottom to keep them out of their own mess, and it needs to have no moving air. So don't put it outside with the heat lamp because it'll get too cold. I keep mine in my spare bedroom. A lot of people will put theirs in their garage or their barn if they have one. Here in this picture we have a homemade chicken brooder made out of someone's extra kennel. Everything in this picture looks great, except I don't know about cardboard around a heat lamp. That seems pretty dangerous to me, so you just want to make sure with the heat lamp to keep it away from things that are highly flammable like paper. This is a commercial brooder. You can buy these and stack them up and things like that, or you can buy one at a time if you have one at home. I just think there's so many options for homemade brooders. You can put them in a spare Rubbermaid container, just about anything. Next, on to feed. There are several options for feed. The best thing I think for chicks at this age is chick crumbles, because they can't really put the big pellets over here in their mouths. And the chick crumbles have everything that they need to grow into big, strong chickens, the extra calcium and protein to help them grow. Tragedy. Chicks are not hardy creatures, so I always expect for one or two to pass away unexpectedly. Sometimes they're sick. Sometimes you think you're out of the woods, they're about 3 weeks old, and you'll lose one just randomly. They can have any number of things wrong with them. It's not anything you did. Usually they're not sick. If they show signs of illness before they die, make sure you take them out of the cage, because you don't want all your chicks to get sick. But it's very normal, and you can choose to replace them and buy new ones, or you can just ahead of time buy a couple of extra chicks. And now on to freedom. The chicks can go outside when they're anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks old. Always go along the lines of 6 weeks, and you can even go up to 8 weeks if you can stand it, because the older they are, the better their chance of survival once you put them outside. And also around 4 to 6 weeks is when you're going to start to recognize the differences in your hens and your roosters. So you'll kind of get some idea of what type of mixture you have before you put them outside. The roosters will start to have bigger combs. They might feather a little differently. This is when they start to get their little attitudes, while the females will stay a little smaller and they won't have quite such a large comb. But that's about it. Once they're out in the coop, it's a whole different ball game from there. Different feed, different atmosphere, different dangers, different things to watch for. But we'll have to talk about that on a different day.